You've probably heard the word blockchain a million times, but what is it really? Is it just a buzzword, some kind of app, or something only tech people understand? Today, I'm going to explain the Bitcoin blockchain in plain English, so even if you've never touched crypto, you'll finally get it. The blockchain is the foundation of Bitcoin. Without it, Bitcoin simply couldn't exist. But don't worry, you don't need to be a programmer or a financial genius to understand it. In this video, we're going to break down what a blockchain is, why it matters so much, and how it keeps Bitcoin secure and running. By the end of this, you'll be able to explain it to your friends and family. So, let's start with a simple analogy. Imagine a digital notebook or a diary. Every single time someone sends or receives Bitcoin, it gets written down as a note inside this special notebook. But here's the magic. Instead of one person holding on to it, this notebook is copied and shared across thousands, even tens of thousands of computers all over the world. Everyone has the exact same copy. This is super important because it means nobody can cheat the system by erasing a transaction or changing the past. If one person tries to alter their copy, it won't match the thousands of others, and it will be immediately rejected. It's a system built on collective agreement. Now let's talk about the name, blockchain. The word block literally means a block of information. Each block is like a page in our digital notebook. A single block contains a list of recent Bitcoin transactions, who sent money, who received it, and when it happened. It's like a batch of new entries. Once a page is completely full of these transactions, it gets locked, sealed, given a unique number, and then added to the very end of the notebook. That's a block. It's a permanent record of a chunk of history. So, we have the block. But why is it called a blockchain? This is the coolest part. It's because each new block is cryptographically linked to the block that came right before it, like pages in a book that are permanently glued together in perfect order. You can't just rip out a page from the middle or secretly insert a fake one, because the glue, the cryptographic link, would break, and everyone on the network would instantly know something is wrong. This unbreakable linking is what makes the blockchain so incredibly secure. Every block depends on the one before it, all the way back to the very first one. If you need to, pause and re-watch this part, because it's the key idea that makes everything else work. Okay, so who adds these new pages to the notebook? Remember Bitcoin mining? Miners are the ones who act as the record keepers. They compete to solve a complex mathematical puzzle. The first miner to solve the puzzle gets the right to confirm the latest block of transactions and add it to the chain. Think of them as auditors who verify each page before it's officially added. Once a block is added to the chain, it's permanent and unchangeable. It can't be deleted or edited. This way, the blockchain grows into a complete and unalterable history book of every single Bitcoin transaction, starting all the way back in 2009. If this is making sense so far, let me know by dropping a comment below. So why is this blockchain technology so special? Here's why it's a game changer. It removes the need for traditional middlemen like banks. Normally, if you send money to someone, a bank has to process it, verify it, and keep the record. They are the central authority you have to trust. But with Bitcoin, the blockchain itself is the record. It's open, public, and transparent. Anyone, anywhere, can look at the blockchain and see the transactions. This means trust doesn't come from a single company or government. It comes from the mathematics and the transparent design of the system itself. Let's walk through a real-life example to make it even clearer. Let's say Alice wants to send 1 Bitcoin to Bob. That transaction gets broadcast to the network and bundled into a new block along with thousands of other recent transactions. A miner then solves the puzzle, verifies all the transactions in that block, including Alice's payment to Bob, and adds the new block to the end of the chain. Instantly, every computer on the Bitcoin network updates its copy of the blockchain to include this new block. Now no one can come back later and say, wait, Alice didn't actually pay Bob. Because the record is permanently written, duplicated, and agreed upon everywhere, all at once. It's like having thousands of receipts that all confirm the exact same purchase. Now let's clear up a couple of common misconceptions. Some people think the blockchain is just for Bitcoin, but that's not true at all. The underlying idea of a distributed, secure ledger can be used for countless other things, like tracking products in a supply chain, managing medical records securely, or even creating transparent voting systems. Another misconception is that the blockchain is completely private. For Bitcoin, the blockchain is actually public. Anyone can see the transactions. However, your real-world identity isn't directly attached. Instead, names are hidden behind long strings of letters and numbers called digital addresses. So while the transactions are visible, it's not always obvious who is behind them. All right, let's do a quick visual recap to lock it in. First, a blockchain is like a digital notebook that's shared by thousands of computers worldwide. Second, each block is like a page in that notebook, filled with a list of transactions. Third, these blocks are chained together in order, making it impossible to alter the past without breaking the chain. Fourth, miners compete to confirm new blocks and add them to the chain. And the result? A secure, permanent, and trustless system that powers Bitcoin without needing a bank. And that's the Bitcoin blockchain explained. It's not some unsolvable mystery, just a clever global notebook that everyone shares and no one can erase. If this video finally made the concept click for you, I'd love to hear about it, so please leave a comment below. And if you want more simple explanations of crypto topics, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.